My name is Jenny Allen.
Good morning, Facebook fans. I'm sorry to start out delay.
I also survived
Another beautiful day
I even wrote a play about.
on the Archie Beslow radio show. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about step parenting. Yes, indeed, step parenting. The importance of step parenting, the pros, the cons, the do's, the don'ts, the I woulds, the I won'ts. I love my stepchild. I don't love my stepchild. All that. We need to talk about it. It's real. I see y'all coming on. Good morning, Mr. Mika. How you doing? Hey, Polly. Creela, how you doing? Good morning. Hey, Shelly. Shelly Jones. What's up, Clarence? Hey, Shannon. Hey, Rob. I love it when y'all give me love. Hey, Cheryl. You know, I got to shout you out. It's like going to a club. Everybody want to be recognized. I get it. Everybody in this world want to be recognized. I got my good friend, one of my best friends, in the studio with me today. His brother Bert Watson. Bert Watson, dynamite dude. Love him so much. He's blessed me with his presence. Hey, Gwenda. How you doing? Hey, Mona. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all know I love the hearts. There y'all go. Y'all know Coach Archie love the hearts. The hearts make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. Let me introduce you to one of my besties, man, Bert Watson.
Good morning. Morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Bert is they give you love, Bert. Give Bert some hearts, y'all.
Good morning. Love the hearts too. Love the hearts.
So yeah, today's topic. There y'all go. Keep the hearts coming. Yeah. Today's topic is, like I said, hey Kia, how you doing? Very important. Look at the heart. Okay, y'all pumping them hearts. Okay, y'all keep. Okay, all right. Look at the hearts, Bert. Look at them.
I love it. There's love there.
So yeah, today I need you guys to chime in again. Tell a friend to call in 1-800. What's up, Lamont? What's up, Cuzzo? Hey, Nikki Skerlock. Hey, what's up, Emmett? Hey, Emmett, man, it's been a long time, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Tony. Hey, I love y'all. This means a lot. It means a lot to see that support. I love that support. That gives me energy. It's like being at a sporting arena when the crowd is going wild because they gave me the ball to take the last shot. I need that energy so I can. Well, I don't need y'all because my jumper is like that anyway. I don't need the energy. But brother Emmett, how you doing? Hey, Emmett, the kids getting older, man. They getting older. You know, Jordan is a sophomore at Frostburg. They doing it. Aaron doing his thing up at Rhode Island, man. Our kids are just doing it. And it's a great appreciation to dudes like you, man, that put our youth first as they was coming up, man. And I love you for that, man. Real talk. You were one of the beacons in that those recreation centers, man, that kept our kids on the straight and narrow. What's up, Chris? Hey, Chris, I'm gonna try to make your shing ding, man. I'm gonna try. Birthday dude, Dynamite Keyboard, 88. I'm gonna call you 88. What's up, Cynthia Jones? Good to see you. All right, brother Ed, my man Ed. Ed is another one of my stout supporters, man. Ed, love you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to come through tonight, Chris. You said bring that trombone. I got you. What's up, Chris Roy? Look at my adopted brother. Always a pleasure. What's up, Sailor? Brother Smooth. Yeah, it means a lot to me, guys, when you guys reach out because, like I say, you're taking time out of your life to do. Look at Shantae. Shantae in the building. Hey, Shantae. It's very important to me. What's up, brother Greg? What's up, Cuzzo? That's my man, my cousin, Greg Gaines. Erk, Dynamite brother. What's up, Jay Kemp? We about to get it started. CJ Banks.
Necessarily reflect the views and opinions of News Talk 1450 WOL, Radio 1 Incorporated, or their management.
Let's figure it out on the Archie Beslow radio show. He cares, he shares, he knows. The journey of our youth is in our control. So tell your family and tell your friends that the word on the street is we all should listen in. So let's figure it out on the Archie Beslow radio show.
Hey, we back in the building. We're back in the building. I got my dynamite friend, brother from another mother, bestie. This dude, man. he's just a great dude. That's all I can say. I've coached his kids. He's actually coached me on a friendship tip. He's always been that solid brother, someone I can call, someone I can lean on. Just a real good dude, man. That's my man, Bert Watson, man. Say hello to the people, Bert.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here. Good morning.
He go Bert. He one of them shy. He one of them big shy dudes.
I'm here. Thank you, brother, for inviting me on, brother.
Outstanding. So we gonna go right into it, guys. So the number is 1-800-450-7876. 1-800-450-7876. Today's topic, the phone calls are very important because we need to enlighten everyone that's dealing with step parenting. And look at the hearts. I know y'all know I love the hearts. So I'm gonna start off like this. So once again, I always contributed to me coaching Bert, coaching the kids and the different conversations I get. Oftentimes, you'll have a step mom or step dad that's going above and beyond to take care of the young man or the young lady who's living in their house at the time. In some cases, they get a lot of feedback, negative feedback from the child, and then in other cases, they get great feedback. But what I have come to realize is the kids that are most successful, that's where the clash come in with the biological parent and the step parent. Because right. I'm thinking that the step parent is putting that time in, but the biological parent is like, how dare you take the credit from my child? Right. What's your views on that, B?
Ultimately and ideally, you will want everyone to be on the same page. But like you said, at times they're not, especially if one feels as though the other is doing more. But what they have to do, what parents have to do, is realize that the child comes first, and it's not about the adult, and it's not about your feelings or your pride. Right. The biggest thing is parents tend to let their pride get in the way, and once they realize that the success of the child comes first, then it becomes a communication issue. Gotcha. If there's something that the biological or the step parent does not agree with, then that's time to have a mature adult conversation. But even those words, stepping or whoever, it's called parenting.
It's called parenting.
It's called parenting.
Co-parenting at that.
Co-parenting.
In-house parenting, co-parenting,
right.
It's all together. That's a very valid point. My thing, what I've come in contact with is, so I like doing scenarios. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. So I'm a basketball coach, and I'm coaching this young man. So the young man is a talented kid. So hadn't seen his dad at none of the practices. Right. But I seen his stepfather at the practices. So we're in a championship game. So this guy shows up, and he calls the kid over. I'm responsible for the kids at that point in time. Right. So I can't just let anybody just grab my kids. So I said, young man, I'm not going to tell the kid's name, but I said, young man, come on, we over here. And he was like, oh, well, that's my dad. I need to talk to my dad. So from a coaching standpoint, kids can say anything, right. But I've never seen this dude. So just by the fact that the young man said that was his dad, I still held my ground and was like, nah, I need you to come over here. So, of course, the dad got an attitude. So after the game, I simply explained to the dad, with all due respect to you, your child is my responsibility from the time he put that uniform on until the time the game is over. What's your take on that, Bert?
I agree because, especially in this day and age, safety first. And if you're not familiar with the adult, even though the child, depending on the age, would know what's best, but a lot of times you don't know if it's a healthy situation, especially if you haven't seen that adult in all this time. Right. And there's a time for everything, and it might not be right then and there. Like what you do is you use your judgment that after the game, after the situation, that's when you'll communicate with the adult, or with the dad, and let them know that you don't have a problem with that, but you didn't know him. So you have to keep that child safe.
So needless to say, thank God I was the popo. I'm the popo because my dialect has to be different. If I hadn't been the popo, that situation would have probably went.
Exactly. Could have gotten dangerous.
It could have got real dangerous. Right. But I'm with me because I'm always trying to be that model for our young men and young ladies. Right. So I'm never going to go left. I'm always going to stay in the middle and handle any type of adversity on a low keel because because I'm always processing. I like to, when I'm talking to somebody or engaging someone, I like to process as I talk. I don't want to just talk out of anger. So what happened during that game, so the young man actually had a bad game. And my point is because in his mind, he thinking that Coach Archie is going against his dad because he also understands the relationship that Coach Archie had with his stepdad was a more solid relationship. But from a kid's standpoint, they is emotional. So they're not mature enough to understand that Coach Archie is not siding with one or the other. It's just that Coach Archie only knew the stepdad.
Right.
So the biological father, he actually played on that. So from that day forward, that kid game kind of plummeted. The kid stopped coming to practice, and his grades kind of subsided because, in my model of how I do things with kids, it's more so of self-preservation. I want you to hit the books. I want you to respect others. I want you to do everything right. So without the dad, the biological dad, actually having some type of dialogue with me about his child, he just kind of turned his kid against me.
Yeah, that's a prime example of just not putting that child first. That's a pride issue.
Yeah,
and that's a selfish issue. I use the word selfish a lot because if you put yourself before the situation, then the situation is not going to have the best outcome.
Right.
So he's looking at the stepdad getting more attention and doing more for the child than he would want to do, and he's being jealous of the situation. That's being selfish. But you handled it the right way. If you see somebody coming, you don't know him. I mean, but that's how you do it anybody. There's times that you know that's the dad, and you're like, no, son, come over here. The team's over here.
Yes.
So, you play it the same regardless. That's why consistency, that's what helps you out.
And hey, Bert, that's Coach Archie Beslow radio show is consistency. It's about, and what I love about the position I'm in a position to show the young men and the young ladies. I'm not perfect, but I'm here to show them what a model citizen or what a model adult or what a model coach or what a model worker or what a model human being should look like.
Right.
With his imperfections.
Right.
And that leads me to this as well. Another scenario outside of the sports realm, because by me being a mentor and a lot of families call me, I'll get phone calls, Coach Archie, you need to come talk to my daughter because she's being straight disrespectful to my friend. I get that a lot. Mm-hmm. So I always ask, and this is, and callers, I need you guys to call in to help me with these topics. 1-800-450-7876. Again, that's 1-800-450-7876. Call in. Let's talk about step parenting. So the young lady and the mom clashed because the mom relationship with the young lady was super tight. I'm sorry, the mom relationship with the boyfriend was super tight.
Right.
The daughter didn't care too much about it. And mind you, once I actually talked to the young lady, the guy was kind of acting like an idiot towards her.
Right. So
at what point in time does the mom sit down and talk to the daughter instead of saying, this is how it is, you need to, because your daughter is not your girlfriend. Your daughter is your child that you have to continue to raise to make her become this beautiful young lady, a respectful young lady in society.
I believe personally that you have to start the communication immediately. And I don't think there's a right formula because I think when we're entering into that realm, we're not doing things. I know this is not a religious show.
It is religious. It's always religious.
But we're not doing things according to the Most High standards.
Okay.
So there's going to be trials and tribulations.
Yes, sir.
So I just believe, but it happens. 50% of Americans are divorced.
Yeah.
So that's part of what we're faced with now. Yes. And the communication. You have to know your child. You have to know how you communicate with the child. And you can't be selfish because more than likely it was a selfish act that led to the situation, truth be told. And you just have to put that child's feelings into account, right? Because we have the responsibility, Most High gave us the responsibility of these children. Amen. So we can't be out doing selfish things and not caring what the child, feels or thinks.
All right, we're going to take our first caller. Caller, you on the air? Who we have on the air? First caller.
Hello, this is Clarence. Hello.
Clarence, how you doing?
Hey, Coach, how's everything going with you?
I'm doing good, man. I love it when you call in, man. I love it when you call in, Clarence.
Sir, this is a great topic because I live this now, and man, this one a good one. I just gotta say hello to the gentleman that's on your panel today as well.
Good morning.
But good morning. In that same scenario, you just gave an example of, I was in a similar situation as well. So how I handled it was to bring the three parties together with myself.
There we go.
And get understanding. That was me, the stepdad, and the father and the child.
Amen.
So what it did for my player was it kind of opened them up, because this was kind of a shy guy, and the situation with his mom and his stepdad was new, but the stepdad was dead. And, you know, once his father found out, Pop started showing up. So to curb any animosity between the dads, I brought all four of us together and let the three men show the young man how to go through a difficult situation.
Come on, Clarence.
And it turned out that the kid, you know, became one of my leaders.
Come on,
my
man.
team by the end of the season.
Amen.
That's awesome.
You know, so it's always other options and ways to do it as far as us as coaches going forward. You know, we got to always look at the best option for the child's growth.
Hey, Clarence, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I want you to stand on the line because we got to go to this commercial break. Out now, because you know I love talking to you, my man. All right, so I want you to stand by, Flam. Yeah, this is WAL 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, WODCnews.com, where information is power. You listen to the Archie Beslow radio show. We'll be right back.
1450
We good? So we still live, fam. I know, right? So Facebook family, it's a very important topic. You know, like I tell you guys, I love phone calls because the purpose of you calling or having someone that's going through this situation to call in, we're trying to help the world. We're not just trying to have, this show is just not for entertainment purposes. I'm not just trying to just have a show just to talk. I actually want to change the world and implement change as much as I can. So if you know of anyone that's dealing with any type of step parenting problems, dealing with the stepchild, the stepmom, the stepdad, by all means, have them call in on 1-800-450-7876. Again, that's 1-800-450-7876. So, Bert, just based off of the dialogues thus far, where do you think we should go?
Coach that just called in hit it on the head. I
Yeah.
mean, I caught a chill down my spine because that's what my mom said. When dealing with situations like that, communication is the best thing, and you want to have the athlete or the child feel as though you're on the same page and you're
Right.
communicating. All parties are communicating.
Right.
And that child then will feel comfortable, and then the resources just grow.
Right.
You know.
We as men, we often talk about man up. That's been a thing for years when we tell somebody man up. But are we all actually manning up? And manning up, like Coach Clarence said, is sometimes you got to bring everybody together.
Right.
You know, if you believe in the God above, that should be your comfort zone into having these type of tough conversations.
Right.
We can't praise God and then we'll be hesitant on confronting.
Right.
But I ain't even talking about confronting something that's dealing with danger. I'm talking about confronting something that's dealing with growth. There's a difference. Now,
Right.
you can be afraid about getting on this brand new roller coaster, and
Right.
you can pray to God all day long. And
Right.
God like, hey, that's on
That's
you.
on you. Right.
But when it's something dealing with his babies and his
Right.
kids, he definitely wants you to reach out to him and have that dialogue before you engage in any conversation.
Right.
And I'm a spiritual spirit type of minded guy. So all my actions are going to be based on a spirit before I actually react or open my mouth. So again, the number is 1-800-450-7876, 1-800-450-7876. I see the phone lines are lighting up. Like I tell you guys, this radio show is for the people. And I need you calling in. All right, welcome back. We're back. We're back in the studio. So, Brother Clarence, you still on the line? My man. So, I was telling my co-host, Brother Bert, guys always talking about man up, Clarence. Man up. You need to man up. But are we really manning up when it counts?
That's my whole point. And at the time, the two fathers were actually a few years older than me.
Right.
This was when I was very young in my coaching. And, you know, them guys was like, man, you young and you talking like this. So
Right.
I had to explain to them that I'm not here to counsel them,
Right.
to teach them how to be men. I'm here to show their son how to become a man.
Amen.
And how to handle tough situations, which I believe the sport of football does for our young men.
Yes, indeed.
You know, and later, maybe about 5 years later, I had seen the son and the stepdad out. And both of them really just thanked me. And the mother, it was surprising to me because the mother didn't even ever know about our meeting.
Amen.
So the fellas didn't say nothing, and neither did the son.
That's manning up, Clarence.
You know, my point to all of this is, which is my philosophy, we got to always look to help the young man grow.
Hey, Clarence, repeat that.
We got to always help the young man grow.
Thank you.
And if we're not doing that, we're doing a great disservice as coaches and as men in our community.
Hey, because Clarence, on that though, because you know what? We are past our recovery stage as adults.
Yeah.
We past recovery, so now we stuck on stubborn. Whereas
Yeah.
we don't realize that we're filtering down that stubbornness to our young men and our young ladies without even realizing it. Because if we don't feel comfortable about something, guess what? We're going to move on to the next. So what you think our young kids are doing? If they're not comfortable with something, i.e. education, i.e. relationships, i.e. growth in itself, they're going to step back because all the adults that they see, first of all, the adults that they see that are doing well don't have conversation with our kids that are not. The adults that they see that are not that aren't doing well don't want to talk because they're embarrassed. So what model do we have for our young men and our young women to look up to?
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess us as coaches, that's one of the main parts of our duties as coaches.
Yes, sir.
Personally. You know, and one of my goals was when I was coaching was to attract kids from all different neighborhoods
Amen.
in the area.
Yes, sir.
And you know where I coached at, so
I do.
it was like
Good old Woodland.
Stanton Road, 30th Street,
Yes, sir.
16th, Minnesota Avenue. Man, all y'all dudes come and play with each other.
Yes, sir.
My thinking was, and I found out later on, it actually happened, where you had a set of teammates from two different neighborhoods, but the neighborhoods had an issue.
Right.
And one of the players got caught outside the neighborhood, and his teammate made his friends leave his former teammate alone and give him a pass.
Okay.
So, you know, I just think personally, on that note, we got to help our young men grow.
Amen.
But from a step-parent's standpoint, if we are not communicating with the parents or the person that bore the child,
Yes.
then we're doing the child a great disservice because we're not showing them how adults should act
All right, man.
in a difficult situation.
Well, you want to chime in, Bert? Go ahead, Coach.
And
Bert.
Coach, that was an excellent strategy that you used
Amen.
by collaborating them, because what a child needs to know is that everyone is on the same page. When they know that the step parents as well as the biological parents are on the same page, it makes them more comfortable. So
Absolutely.
that was an
So I
awesome
had to
strategy.
practice it.
My
I
man.
actually had to practice it. I'm a step parent.
Right.
I had to deal with a parent.
Amen.
Right.
A male situation. So, you know, in order for my stepson to grow, he had to see that me and his father could at least communicate as men.
There you
Exactly.
go.
We gotta swallow our pride, and that's what manning up is all about.
Hey, so brother Clarence, you know, this one of these hot topics, man. My phone lines are on fleek, as they say.
All right, well,
Hey.
I'm gonna get back on the live feed.
I love you.
Y'all men have a great
My
day.
man. Hey, we gotta break bread together soon, champ.
All right, whenever you ready.
My man. God bless you.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go to the next call. Thank you, sir. Is that brother Greg on the line? Who we got on the line?
Yes, sir.
Greg.
Greg.
Hey, babe.
Come on, man.
What's up, fam?
Ain't nothing much. I wanted to put a small twist to what you was talking about because, you know, I coached for many years also. And I'm going to speak about the kid that kind of gravitates to you. To
Yes.
the coach.
Yes.
Sometimes the parents are there, or parent, and the kid is really excited to see you and come to you for everything. And the parents kind of seem like they're kind of disconnected. So what I used to do after practices that was real important, I would always bring the parents to the group huddle. You know how before you break to go home,
Amen.
bring everybody to the group huddle, and you talk to them. But you actually talk to the kid, but you try to get their parents to understand how you're coaching and, you know, what you're, you know, doing for their kids and how they're coaching. And I've come across where kids have gravitated more towards me than their parents.
Yes.
They won't talk to their parents. They'll confront, you know, come to me with any concerns that they have, and sometimes I have to get the parents involved. Like, hey, I want to know how their grades are. You know, those things like that shows that that you really care.
Right.
And I think a lot of parents love that. I've come across a lot of single parents, like single moms, and there's no other. I don't know if they're dating boyfriend or whatever, but I can tell that the kid is really excited to see the coaches.
Yes.
Not just me, but, my team of coaches.
Right.
And they open up to them.
So, Greg,
Coaching,
but Greg, let me chop. So that bothers me too, Greg, because and when I say this, by no means am I tooting my own horn, because I put in a lot of work to even get to where I am. But there are a lot of fathers that hate on guys like you and myself. So, like, to me, the great coaches out here that putting those kids like first always. I'm not here to take over your role as dad. I'm here to enhance you. And if you are a true believer into seeing your child grow, then you would pick up some of those attributes that your child is attracted to from that coach, and pull that coach to the side like, hey, what is it that you're doing to get to Charlie? Or how do you get Murray to do the things that you need her to do? That's what they should take from it, Greg. They shouldn't always be on the back burner, because I know, because kids come back and tell Coach Archie everything. My dad really doesn't like you.
Right.
I'm like, huh?
right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the moms would be like, well, you're a threat to my husband. Huh?
Yeah.
And so these are type of
And
things.
it's sad.
It's very sad, because I'm not doing this to be a threat. I'm not doing this to take away. I'm not even doing this for self-preservation. I'm doing it because it's my calling, and God has given me the gift to actually reach out to bring change to our youth.
Exactly.
Well, that's what we
Believe
all.
me, and I'm sorry.
Now, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that all falls back on being selfish and having that prideful mentality that you want to be the one in charge, or if it's not your way or your idea, and you want that child to see you as being the head figure, what have you. That you can't be selfish. It's whatever's best for the child. The child is learning from your tactics. Then, like you said, that parent has to be mature and come to you and be like, "You're doing a great job with my child," and teach that parent the tactics.
Hey.
Unfortunately, some of them they don't. And either they don't come to the practices, or just want to come, or they just drop them off.
Man, don't start. Hey, Greg, don't start, because that's a whole nother show.
I know.
Hey, Slim. Hey, well, Greg, I appreciate you, fam. I'm going to reach back out to you. These phone lines are blowing up. I ain't trying to cut your thought off, but I'm trying to get there, because, man, you can talk on the phone every day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything. You're doing a great job.
I love you, man. Thanks, Greg.
All right,
Thanks, baby. We're going to go to the next call. Is that Lillian Watson?
Yes.
Hey, good morning.
I know that
Good
young
morning.
lady.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. Great listening to your program.
Oh, thank you for listening.
I'd like to just add that it is important that we put the child first,
Yes, ma'am.
and maybe we could change the terminology instead of saying step parents. we can say co-parenting to erase any negatives because words are powerful.
Amen. We're gonna start, Miss Lynn, we're gonna start calling it joint parenting and co-parenting.
Okay, that's great.
And so, Miss Lynn, I got to go to a radio. Am I? So, Miss, I'm gonna need you to stay on the line because you got me excited. Because I know you about to say something very powerful. We got to pay these bills first. I'm gonna come right back to you when I come back. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So, listen to WL 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. This is the Archie Beslow Radio Show, and we'll be right back. Thank you. All right, go back. All right, so hey, we heating it up. This is a very good topic. Thank the call. You like the joint parenting? Come on, hey, that's an Archie original. That's what we gonna call that joint parenting. Cause real talk, step parenting, like that's very factual. And then we gotta realize who even came up with. That's another thing in this world today. We don't know who's coming up with
where
that.
it came from. Definitely has a negative connotation.
Right.
Treat me like a stepchild.
All that.
I mean, all that is negative.
Right.
And the parents, the co-parents that are doing a great job, a lot of times you don't even know that they are the step-parent. And they definitely don't use that word.
They shouldn't use it.
I mean, and not even that they're trying not to. That's my child. That's my little one.
So and that brings me to another topic. Just like we talk about, we got God, that's my goddaughter, that's my godson. Those are very positive wording.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I'm Coach Archie, of course. I have several God kids. And with me, I take it serious. And I'm actually honored for people to allow me to be a God parent. Because a lot of people even downplay that relationship. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be another show. Hey, that gives me a show topic. Because God parenting is serious. Do we take it serious? Is it just... Is just something to say, or are you really? Do we even know what it means to be a God parent?
Right.
So we ain't gonna get into that now. But that's
deep. It's not just a Christmas gift.
I'm trying. Hey, but wow, this is step parenting. But I'm sorry, Ms. Lillian. I don't want you to get me. Joint parenting and co-parenting. What I have learned is when the co-parent, the other parent, the non-biological parent, all right, for the sake of the conversation, when a non-biological parent is active in the child's life and has gained the child trust, the child in return can actually use that to build a better relationship with the biological parent. If you guys see where I'm going with this. You're like, Dad, I'm good, Mr. Such and Such is great, or Dad, I'm good, Mrs. Such and Such is doing a wonderful job. Once your child validate that person has their best interest, as an adult, I would think that you would step off, think about it, and then come back to actually join that raising of that child.
That's that maturity level. That's the maturity level. And truth be told, these adults need class.
Well, yeah.
That's the adults need class. They need detention.
Right.
That's what they need. They need after-school detention, and they need parenting detention. And I'm in the school system. That's a whole nother topic. Let's not even go there. But it's the adults.
So I've had situations as well. Oh man, it's a hot topic. Y'all know me. When I pause, I'm pausing because plus I'm old, so I got to collect my thoughts because I got to, the whole world is watching. We got over 200,000 listeners all across the country listening to the show, so I got to be politically correct. But also, my points also have to come across. And I just lost my thought because I gave y'all all that. See what I'm saying? I just lost my thought. Come on, God. Where you at? Where you at, God? Oh, there you go. The whole thing with all our kids is, and I talk about this on every show, it's about consistency. We have to be consistent. If you're going to be consistent, because think about it, you're consistent in taking that child to school every morning. At 6:30, 7:30, whenever you do, you're taking that child to school because guess what? The child got to get to school on time and you got to get to work on time. So that's forced consistency.
Right.
So why can't we program our minds to force consistency that's going to help our kids grow? It's like we got all the answers, but people always often act like they don't know. I don't know what to do. Nah, you do know. People come back.
95.9 FM.
love that song. Love that song. God is great. So we're back. Is Miss Lillian, you still on the line? Miss Lillian? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I have you now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, your program has inspired me to complete a project that I started a few years ago. I was in the public system for 40 years.
Yes, ma'am.
But what has happened, my thing was the essence of proper parenting. And so many things you cannot do in the school system because of separation of school and church.
Ma'am, that's another show topic.
Children should understand. We have to allow children or give children the opportunity of understanding the true meaning of child and parent and grown-ups.
Yes, ma'am.
Even in implementing the Ten Commandments, saying like you have to honor your mothers and your father, for your days shall be longer. I can say it now outside of the system, but I know it's hard to put it into our system. But we can do it in a way to eliminate the biblical aspect of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Just by being, teaching them fairness and teaching them they have to respect all grown-ups, and coaches are like parenting, but you have to make sure that you have, a consent of the parents
Yes,
in
ma'am.
doing so. But teaching them how to it will save them off the streets and everything, how to honor grown-ups. And even though they may see faults in grown-ups, then they have to just ignore that, but just do their role, stay in the place of a child.
Yes, ma'am.
And grown-ups have to get out of the way, and not try to live through children.
Ma, can you repeat that one more time?
But you mean the grown-ups have
Yes,
to get out of the way?
amen. Yes, ma'am.
And be fair.
Yes, ma'am.
And allow, but you just have to always teach children. We have to be calm also. And first of all, they have to know that they can trust you, and they have to know that you love them, and you're all for their best outcome.
But what gets me the most with all this is that we tend to say that it's hard, but it's not hard. If you could, it's simple. If you continue to pray, if you believe in prayer, if you believe in self-preservation, if you believe in keeping your self-esteem high, if you believe in giving back, if you believe in talking positive, if you believe in saying thank you, these are all energies that feed into other people to allow people to grow, Ma.
Exactly. And you have to worry about that eternal. I mean, children have to know, you won't be here forever. You see young children leaving, you see elderly leaving, and it's a matter of teaching them that eternal life.
Yes, ma'am.
That you have hell and you have heaven.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes you sort of worry, you don't want to fight, but no, you have to be real with children.
Thank you.
Hell, heaven, and let them know about this eternal life. So someone has to tell them that. But you cannot just jump into the faith aspect without the consent. Most parents don't know it now.
They don't.
That's a group, I don't know. You have to stay into the word. That's
yes, ma'am.
You see what our leadership may be doing. I don't want to get into politics.
Now you can.
But our children have to know, have to understand what they have to do.
Yes, ma'am.
We were the 60s. We changed things. We marched.
Amen.
In the 60s.
Ma,
we changed what we have going on there.
You gave me another show topic. You're gonna keep. I'm gonna put you on payroll, Ma, because that's that's.
His father said hello.
Hey, Dad, that's my man. Hey, Dad, that's Coach Archie. How you doing, sir? Y'all, I love y'all more than life. Y'all already know.
Love you more. I know you got calls coming in.
Yes, sir.
Got there with you, Gay.
All right, Dad. but Ma, that's very. So you just said something that's very. And once again, I'm getting old, man. I lost my thought. Lord have mercy. But it'll come back to me. But it was on the thing of I lost it. But it's okay. But yeah, Ma. So. You want to say hi to your child that's in here doing a fantabulous job, Ma?
Good morning.
He's doing a fantastic job. I love him. I'm very proud of him and what he's done with his children thus far.
Amen. Yeah, Ma, that is real. And I've been with Bert for years, Ma. So I know.
And his daughter's graduating this year. First daughter from college.
Awesome.
A&T.
Oh, okay. Good. Bert, hey, Mom, Bert said keep it down, keep it down. Hey, Mama. Hey. There you go. Hey, Ma, you got to brag about it.
She'll be upset, but I have to
Hey, man. Hey, just know, man, I love you both, man, and we will definitely stay in touch.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
Great job.
All right, man. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We have another call on the line. Can we go to the next caller? Caller, you on the line?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
Archie, it's Janae.
Hey.
Hey, bro, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sis. What's good with you?
Good morning to you guys. I'm not going to keep you.
Good morning.
I just wanted to chime in and just say, first of all, thank God for coaches. I think you guys have an awesome responsibility. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Mom, the first caller, was saying about, parents. And Archie, you and I talk about this all the time. Get out the way, man.
Out the way.
Exactly.
I mean, my whole thing is why, and this is something that you guys were talking about as far as, some of the fathers being upset at the role you have in their kids' life. And I'm going to merge that with also, accepting a step-parent at the same time. And my whole thing is, to me, how can you not be for anyone positive
Right.
coming in your kid's life? Be it a step-parent. I think that's where the parent, be it the father or the mother, gets very territorial. And it's all about, to me, insecurity.
Yes.
You know my story. My daughter has a stepmom, but I welcomed her even when she was a girlfriend because I saw the impact. It was positive for my daughter.
Right.
And my whole thing is, but at the same time, what I think is missing is I'm very confident with my bond with my own child.
Amen.
Right.
That's where it starts.
I'm worried about what other people's places are because
There we
I
go.
know where I stand.
There we go.
So to me, I think that is part of the key, the underlying tone of why people are so territorial or why they're so egotistical when it comes to, I don't want this person around my child, they trying to take my place. No, if you knew your place, it wouldn't be a concern, especially if that new entity or that new aura, that new person is bringing nothing but positive results and helping your child to grow and be a better person.
There you go.
So that's my 2 cents.
Well, your 2 cents was worth $1,000.
Well, you talk all the time, but
Right.
you guys doing what you're doing, man. I played basketball in high school for 2 years, and I loved my coach at Roosevelt.
Right.
At Roosevelt,
Awesome.
I loved her, and she's very inspirational. But guess what? My mom and dad weren't tripping off of what she was instilling in
There
me.
you go. There you go.
Because it was on the same path. It was the same. Sometimes, too, let me add before I go, what, instead of having a thing of like, oh, well, you trying to take my son, because you said something about, learning, like just honing in on what the coach
is doing. Right. Right.
They like be humble enough to say, you know what, I like how this coach is getting to my son or my daughter in this aspect. Let me talk to the coach.
Right.
Like, let's pick his brain or her brain and see, hey, I know you spend a lot of time with my child. What are your thoughts about this?
But sometimes just tell it, and sometimes, Janae, tell them to tell us thanks. Because it's not easy for me as a coach to deal with. So you're dealing with your child at home and his things at home. I'm dealing with everything. I'm dealing with the child at football practice. I'm dealing with the things the child don't want to tell you as their parents. I'm dealing with the situations the child is dealing with in school, his life, and everything. And then in a lot of cases, I have conversations to this day with my athletes that I would take to my grave. And I'm embarrassed. They trust me not to say it, but I'm actually embarrassed to share some of the things that these kids share with me that their parents are doing to them.
Right.
But yet, the same parents are pointing fingers at other individuals that are not doing as worse as that they're doing to their own kid.
Right.
Well, we talk about accountability. It all comes down to awareness and accountability. And you can't do that when, I told you straight up, when I had my daughter, my whole life changed.
Right.
It was no longer about me. It was and for me, I'm aligned this with her, so it's kind of like if anyone infiltrates that path that God has put me on, or that path to me, look, even if I get in the way, I got to submit myself to God.
Amen.
And say, look, I'm not, okay, my ego's getting in the way, am I doing a little, being a little prideful here?
Right.
So my whole thing is, bottom line is, look at who is it about? It's not about us, it's about the child. It's about the children. And so to me, it's kind of like that's a simple equation. So get out the way, encourage it. And like you said, thanks to people that are in their lives.
It goes a long way.
Teachers. Yeah, my teachers, teachers got to deal with the same things that sometimes you coaches with being a psychiatrist, having secrets because they can't go to the parents for whatever reason.
Right.
But my whole thing is if you are accountable, stop pointing fingers, be accountable as what God made you to be, which is a parent. Take responsibility and accountability for your own. Look at your own disposition, attitude.
Hey, sis, you know how it works. Sis, I got to go to a break. Love you, dear.
Go ahead. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, thank you. Very powerful show. I love my audience. I love each and every last one of you guys. You listen to 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, WODCnews.com, where information is power. And yes, this is the Archie Beslow radio show. Let's figure it out. Thank you guys so much. We'll be right back. Hi.
That was powerful. That's the key. Get out the way. Parents, just get out the way. Even with coaching, you know that. Coaching, hating on you because you know a little more than they know about it. And you didn't get their son to do this, or their son didn't get the ball, or their son didn't score. I'm out there with you and we winning, and because their son didn't score, they weren't fit.
But had the opportunity to score.
Plenty of them. They don't know the son looking at us with
like,
big eyes.
I don't even want the ball.
Like, I don't even want the ball. They ready to take the shoe off, can't get the game. But yeah, it boils down to just not being selfish. This is a strong time. This is strong. We need school for the parents.
We need my man Bert said we need a parenting school. That's what I'm gonna form a joint called Mentoring for the Parents.
Yeah. That's where it lies in.
And we're gonna make that joint free too. Because we know y'all ain't paying nothing.
Once the child is comfortable, kids are resilient.
Yeah, thanks, Dana.
Children are resilient. Once they're comfortable with the situation.
Love you too, Dee Dee.
They're good.
Yeah.
But it's us. We put ourselves in the way. Still wanting to get with somebody or
I just out of all this having this radio show, I just want us to get to a place where that we start implementing solutions more than we complain about what's not going on.
Right.
Because when you complain about what's not going on, that combats against the
solutions. I think we did that. I heard at least 5 strategies so far.
Yeah.
You know, so this is awesome.
Oh, yeah. That ain't too bad. It's my man BW.
This is awesome.
BW in the house. Yeah, I'm loving life. Archie Beslow got a radio show.
They need to tune in.
What's up, Dwayne? My man Garvey. What's up, Jeanette?
They need to tune in with a pen and pad.
They need to rewrite it down.
Come to school.
Everybody,
Sunday school.
Everybody wants a platform, man. Everybody wants a platform. I know, right, Patrice? Mentoring for parents. You got that right. Let's document that. Yeah, great show, man. I appreciate you for coming on, man. I know you know. Yeah. I don't want to get, me and you get sensitive sometimes, so we ain't gonna get.
Like I said, brother, you never steered me wrong. I didn't, whatever the topic is, right. I thought we was talking about something else. We'll have a conversation after we get off the air.
Hey, y'all, Bert said I blindsided.
We'll talk when we get off the air.
Hey, real talk, Woody. Woody said my new name gonna be Radio. Woody, you a fool, man. Darlene, what's good with you? Another Dynamite sister. You coming on this show real soon, Darlene. You got a lot of information to pass to the people. My man Clarence, always a pleasure, man. Good morning, Miss Jeanette. Dynamite sister with a lot of phenomenal things that are about to take place in her life. Very proud of her as well. What's up, Coach Mark? My man. Another Dynamite friend of mine, brother Coach Mark. Doing great things at that great old Wilson High School. Dynamite brother, dynamite motivator, father figure, mentor, man of God. Great. Clarence said we got to hit. Hey, Clarence, Bert over there chilling, man. I didn't put Bert on the spot. I'm just glad Bert in the building. Hey, Mark, I'm good, man. I'm good, fam. I'm going to have to get you on this show real soon. Then we about to come back up, guys. Close this thing out. All right, another great show. We talking about, like Mom said, I ain't gonna say step parenting because that is bad. We're talking about joint parenting and co-parenting. I'm gonna run down a couple of little tidbits. Again, the number is 1-800-450-7876. 1-800-450-7876. It'll be nice for Coach Archie to get one more phone call because I love talking to the people. Like Chuck Brown used to say, I want to see the people, not signs. I want to see the people. It's like Coach Archie on the radio show. I want to see the phone lines lighting up, not just pretty faces on Facebook Live. You feel me? But anyway, a couple of things that I think are very important in co-parenting or joint parenting, and that is be yourself. Also, understand and align to your partner's parenting techniques. Very, very powerful. Plan some alone time with your stepchild. All right? Feel the love within. These are some of the things that we came across. Do we have a call? Okay, let me... we got to... I know this lady. We need to get this call. I know this lady here, y'all. She done finally made her way in. You on the phone?
Yes, I am. Good morning, my child.
That's my mom. Hey, y'all, say hello to Miss Regina. That's my mom. Hey, Mom.
Good morning.
Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning. I'm telling you, I'm so glad to call on this because let me tell you something. I saw Archie. He went to Bald Eagle. He went to the the Boys and Girls Club. And every coach that he went to, and they kept him going. And now, for one thing, I want to know their spirit as well. So when I saw their spirit happen my child, and then my child know what was right from wrong, I just stood back and let them take over. So what's important, Mom, sometimes is that you have to feel the spirit and see how God is working through the coaches, because that's what I had done with my child. And I thank God today for what he is today, because if I didn't reach out for him, taking him to the practice, being there, and I went each and every day, and I didn't care how long I stayed there, but I saw that he was benefiting from something that helped me a lot. I thank God, and I prayed over the coaches as well for them to be in my child, to guide him the right way. So sometimes we have to stand back too and let others try to help out as far as God give them the spirit to do what they have to do. Because I thank God for my son each and every day for what he do for his children as far as being a coach. Because one day I called him, I said, Archie, what's going on? Oh, Mom, I got to go to the emergency room. I said, emergency room? What's wrong? And I just panicked. Oh, it's one of the football players. So, hello?
I'm here. Yes, ma'am. We're here, Mom.
Yes, sweetie. So anyway, I ain't hold because you know I talk too. I ain't gonna be too long.
You go.
And I'm just glad that you were doing this, and I pray God every day to give you gifts to do what you're doing, regardless whatever it is. I'm always gonna be here before with you. And the young man that with you now, I don't know him.
You do. You know him about. I'm gonna show you a picture, Mom. You know he is. Bert been around for a long time. I coached his sons for years.
Oh, is that right?
I'm gonna show you.
God bless you too, and I'm
God bless
right
you.
now, everywhere we go, I don't care where we go. Oh my God, there's a Coach Archie. There's Coach Archie.
Right.
Them little kids run to him and holler. I say, what is going on?
Right.
He is well known. He's doing what he's doing, and thank God to give him his gift to do what he's doing. And I tell you, and if you're doing the same thing, sir, whatever you have to do too to be a coach, you let God guide you for what you're doing. Don't let anybody take nothing away from you.
Yes,
You know what I
ma'am.
mean? You keep your joy.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you keep spirit. And I love you guys.
Love you.
Love you too, Mom. Love you too, Mom. Thanks for calling in, Mom.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're
Yes,
welcome. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Mom. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Wow.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So everybody and their mother that know Coach Archie, I know I'm a crier. I'm a very sensitive guy, so I'm gonna hold it in. And I can't say this enough. And Bert mom was Miss Lillian. She was on the phone as well. The beauty, the magnitude of what just happened with Bert mother calling on the line because Bert was in the studio, and then my mom calling on the line because I'm in the studio. That's validation of the work that they put into both of us to make us the great men that we are. And I'm going to co-sign that we're great. Great and perfect is two different words.
Right, definitely.
I can validate that Bert is a great man. I can validate that Archie is a great man because of my works, because of Bert works, because of the kids that are not even our kids that we will bend over backwards for. There's been times when I'm coaching and Bert's son is in the game doing something, you'll see Bert walk off and go help a child that may not even step on the field.
Right.
That's validation.
That was our motto.
Come on, man.
That was our motto. They just as important. Our sideline is just as important as our starting 11. That was our motto. If they're not happy, then we don't have a happy team.
We're not happy.
Right.
I would tell the moms and dad, we was at McNamara playing in a championship game. There was a kid on the sideline, and God has my antennas up all the time focusing on the kids that are not my great athletes. My attention will always go to them. There was a child that nobody in my coaching staff was paying attention to, and I get it. It was like 4th and 1. We had to score. It was just major. But I could not take my attention off of that young man that was crying.
Right.
So I left the sideline. One of my coaches said, "Hey, Coach Archie, what we going to call?" I said, "I don't care what you going to call. What play you call right now?" I went over to that bench. I sat beside that child, and we talked. The game ended. We still talking. And we won the game. That's a small part of it. But the thing that touched me the most, when that child's father came down from them stands and came over to me and gave me a hug. Right. He said, "I've never, ever seen anybody do what you just did to my child."
Right.
And me and Bert, I'm like, "Well, what'd I do?"
Right.
He said, "It was 4th and 1. You're the head coach, coaching youth football. The game to win a championship, you left and sat beside my child that don't even play a lot." He said, "Dude."
That's called putting them first.
Come on, man.
That's that unselfish living that we talk about. And that's the key. Put your child first. Put the children first. Put your egos behind you. And you'll be on the right path to being successful. And children are resilient. Children get through any situation.
Right.
If they know that the adult in their life, dad, stepdad, co-dad,
Right.
Joint parents are on the same page, they'll get through it. They're resilient. But if they see a whole lot of tension and fussing and fighting, and again, like you said, Archie, there's no perfect adult out there.
Nope.
But the key is to try.
To try.
And children know when you're trying to put them first.
Good. So, I'm good. Okay. Well, I'm just saying. So, when y'all already know me. Whenever y'all hear a break on my shows, whenever you get like real quiet, I'm an emotional dude. So that's me. That's why it's good to be behind a microphone instead of being on TV, because I get choked up real fast.
Hey, can I add one more strategy?
Bert gonna add another strategy.
One more strategy I would add is to spend time with your children. Spend individual time with your children. And if you're co-parenting, which the show is about, encourage the co-parent to spend time with the child as well.
Amen.
Individual time, because like myself, I have children.
There you go.
I raise boys and girls, and I believe that each one needs to have time spent one-on-one with them, as well as who you're doing the co-parenting with. And just tell them that they're the most important thing, and give them love.
Hey, you heard it from brother. Hey, BW. I don't know what to tell y'all. I told y'all from day one when this show first started, it ain't about Archie. Because I'm a retired person. I could have rode off in the sunset and moved to Florida and played golf every day. But that's not what my man Giddy. Hey, what's up, Giddy? My man. What Giddy got? My man Giddy said the biggest thing with coaching youth is you don't get appreciated until the kid turns into a young adult. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Giddy, man, love you, man. Real talk. That's powerful. That's powerful. Thank you, Tanya, for the great show feedback. Hey, it was a great show, man.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.
Again, I'll talk to you after the show.
he gonna hit me up, y'all. He gonna hit me up. I always like to lead with this, real talk. As it relates to joint parenting, co-parenting, or just parenting, mentoring, family, big brother, little brother, older sister. At the end of the day, we got to respect our orders from God. And our orders from God is basically to do right by people at all times. And doing right by people at all times, you have to remove yourself from the equation. And I know you guys have heard that a lot on today's show about removing yourself. You have to step aside to even allow God's great works to do what they do. And a lot of us don't even know the power. We talk about God, but we don't really know the power that God has actually bestowed upon us, because we get so caught up in our everyday living and doing the things that we want to do that we don't take time to step back and see what he really wants us to do.
Right.
So I challenge each and every last one of you guys to do a self-check today. Mm-hmm. Are you parenting correctly? You know, is your relationship correct? Right. Are you correct at work? Are you correct with yourself? You know, sometimes you have to just do your me time. Your me time is not sitting back with a glass of wine, looking at your favorite movie. Your me time is just being quiet in a room and opening up your heart and your mind to God.
And don't be afraid to learn from others. As an adult, sometimes we think that we know it all. But I would like to end that one of my best lessons came from my grandfather that I was blessed to have for 94 years. And he told me the decisions that I make need to come through love. So
all right.
Love
well,
cures all.
I want to cut you off. Hey, thank you for listening to the Archie Beslow radio show. Let's figure it out. I personally love each and every last one of you guys because, as you guys know, you don't have to listen to this show. But since you do, I'm going to always bless you guys with some type of positive message. Again, this is WL 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. And yes, this is the Archie Beslow radio show. God bless. You guys take care. Thank you. All right. We're signing off, Facebook fam. Say goodbye to my big brother, Bert.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Love you guys and stay tuned. Next week's topic is going to be, you just wait and see. All right, love you guys. Be blessed. Thank you again. Always. Peace.